Let's continue with the revision of chapter number 7, algorithms and flowcharts. So here I am sharing the screen. In algorithm and flowchart students, we have few terms that we will be studying first of all. First one is your program. Programs are basically defined as the set of instructions which you people give to the computer in order to perform some particular task. When you want the computer to perform some particular task, you people give instructions to the computer. Those set of instructions, they are called as your program. Is it clear? Whenever we want to create a program in any computer language, we need to create an algorithm and a flowchart before creating a program. Clear? Before creating a program in any computer language, either high level language, low level language, in any computer language, if you want to create a program, you should create a algorithm and a flowchart before it. So let's study what are these algorithms and flowcharts. Algorithm is basically the sequence of instructions which we follow to perform a specific task or when we want to solve any mathematical problem. Means the sequence of instructions, the steps of instructions in a sequential order, the steps which you are following to solve any problem or to solve any task in a sequential order, those sequence of instructions, they are determined as your algorithm. Algorithm is what? A sequence of instructions which you follow to perform a particular task or you solve any mathematical problem. For example, in maths also we have some construction topics where you draw some figures with the help of your geometrical objects. Clear? So whenever you want to draw the constructions in maths, you follow a sequence of instructions. So this is the example of algorithm where we follow a sequence of instructions in order to complete a particular task or solve any mathematical problems. Writing an algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. Whenever we want to write any algorithm, it is a step-by-step procedure which you follow. For example, if you want to make a tea, you follow some sequence of steps. So that is called as algorithm. Whenever you are writing an algorithm, it should always be written in a simple language, very easy language, so that each and everybody can understand it. Second thing, it should be written in a precise manner. Precise means very limited points should be there. It should not be explained very large. It should be to the point. Not very large explanations in the algorithm should be there. To the point steps should be mentioned. Clear everyone? This is your algorithm. Now, one example to calculate sum of two numbers. Read the first number A, read the second number B, find the sum of two numbers A plus B, display the sum. Very simple language, very precise form. Not very large points you have to explain the steps. You do not have to explain the steps in a very large points. Just to the point steps should be mentioned. Am I clear? Very simple algorithm. And one thing more, while writing while writing a flow chart, which we are discussing now, flowcharts are basically the diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. You have written an algorithm in a simple language. When you are converting that algorithm, that simple language into the symbolic form, it is called as your flowchart. Flowchart is what? It is a diagrammatic representation of your algorithm. When you are representing your algorithm with the help of some symbols, it is called as your flowchart. A diagrammatic representation of an algorithm is called as your flowchart. It basically shows you the flow of a program. Whenever you are writing a steps, uh, whenever you are drawing a flowchart, after first step, what will be the next step? It is determined with the help of the flowchart, which basically shows you the flow of a program. Different symbols are used in a flowchart so that you can solve any given problem. Clear? Whenever you are using different symbols, they are connected with each other. It is not you have drawn one symbol, then another, then another. No, you have to connect each and every symbol with one another. Clear? Connecting of symbols is must with the help of the flow lines. You are required to connect the flowchart symbol to the another flowchart symbol with the help of the flow lines. Is it clear? Now, there are some features of flowchart. Features of flowchart tells you that every flowchart, whichever flowchart you are drawing, it has a start and a stop symbol. Your every flowchart, it begins with the start box and ends with the stop box. Clear? There is only one flow line that comes out from a processed symbol. When you are doing the calculation work in the process box, only one flow line will come out of it. Means if you are doing a calculation in the process box, only one flow line, it will come out of your process box. Clear? The direction of flow in any flow chart is either from top to bottom or from left to right. Clear? Whenever you are using a flow chart, the direction of flow in any of your flow chart, it's only in two cases, either from top to bottom or from left to right. Is it clear, everyone? Then the next one is only one flow line is used to connect the start and the stop symbols. Whenever you are using the start box or you are using the stop box, only one flow line is used to connect them. You cannot connect 2 or 3 lines to the start box, or you cannot connect 5, 7 lines to the stop box. Only one flow line is to be connected to the start and the stop box. Am I clear? The next one, decision box. It has only one entry point and two exit points. When you are using a decision box, only one entry point is there from where you enter the condition. And it has two exit points. Exit points means from where the condition is to be exited. It has two exit points. One will be the true condition and another will be the false condition. The first exit point, it will tell you the true condition, and the second exit point, it will tell you the false condition. Clear? Puranjay, be attentive in the class, beta. Is it clear, everyone? These are some of the features of the flowchart. All right. So now, next one is your flowchart symbols. There are different flowchart symbols. You have to keep in mind the mistake that you people are doing is that while writing the name of your flowchart symbol, you are writing the shape of it. For example, I have given you the oval shape. I have given you the rounded rectangle or the oval shape, and I have asked you the name to be written. You are writing rounded rectangle. It is wrong. You have to write the name of the flowchart symbols. The name of the flowchart symbols. Is it clear? Name of the flowchart symbols are given in this box, as you can see. First one is your start stop box, input box, process box, decision box, flow lines. These all are the names of the flowchart symbols. If I have given you the process box, I have drawn a rectangle and I'm asking you the name. And if you will write rectangle over there, it will be wrong. You have to write the name of the flowchart symbols. Many mistakes in the flowcharts have been done. Understand the flowchart symbols and its use properly. Start stop box. Start stop box, it is represented in two ways, either in the rounded rectangle form or in the oval shape. Clear? It is represented either in the rounded rectangle form or in the oval shape. Is it clear? Whenever we are drawing a flow chart, it should always start with the start box. The start box is represented in either oval shape or rounded rectangle shape. You have to draw the shapes properly in the flow chart. Clear? Every flow chart, it should be started with the start box. Clear? And every flow chart, it should end with the stop box. I have seen the flowcharts which you have submitted it to me. In it, you have written end at the last of your flowchart. That is incorrect. It is in case of algorithm only. End is not written in the flowcharts. You have to begin the flowchart with the start box and you have to end your flowchart with the stop box. No another statement. Am I clear? Then second is your input output box. Understand the shape properly. Some of the students are drawing these lines of the parallelogram in the outside direction. It is wrong. You have to draw this type of parallelogram where the lines of it are towards inwards. Clear? Whenever we want any input or we want to display any output, we make the use of the input output box. The flowchart symbol that is used to read any data or print any data, it is called as your input output box, which is represented with the help of parallelogram. Name of the flowchart symbol is input output box. Clear? You have to use this symbol when you want to take input from the user and you want to display output. You will use this parallelogram. Clear? Third one, your process box. Process box is basically used when you want to do any sort of calculations. You want to perform any calculation work, you have to do it in the process box, which is represented with the help of rectangle. Clear? All the calculations, they are to be done inside your rectangle shape, which is called as your process box. Am I clear? Next one is your decision box. Whenever you want to take any decision, whenever you want to apply any condition, you people make the use of the decision box. Clear? Like if age is greater than 18, if sum is equal to 110, if 115 is less than 90, any sort of your conditions, they are to be put inside your decision box. Is it clear, everyone? Next is your flow lines. Every flowchart symbol is to be connected with one another with the help of the flow lines. These are the flow lines, which is represented with the help of the arrows. Clear? Everyone? Understand the flowchart symbols. Whenever you want to use this, whenever you want to start the flowchart, begin it with the start box. For the input output statements, we use the parallelogram. For the calculation work, we use the rectangle. For the decision box, we use the diamond. And whenever we want to connect one flow chart with the another, you have to use the flow lines. Am I clear, everyone? Then, simple flow chart to multiply two numbers. Start box, input statement, read 30. Input statement, read 40. P equals to 30 into 40, print P, stop. I will explain it with another example which I will draw in front of you. Before it, let's continue with the topic loop. Loop is a mechanism which tells you that how many times that you can perform a particular task a number of times. When you want to perform one task n number of times, you can make the use of the term called loop. Clear? Then, counter is a variable which tells you that how many times a loop has been repeated. It basically counts the number of times a process or a loop is being repeated. A variable which counts how many times your process or your loop has been executed or has been repeated, it is called as your counter. Clear, students? So there are few terms which we have discussed now. I'm stopping the screen share and will be showing you the example of a flow chart where we will be finding the sum of the two numbers. Sharing the screen with you all. Here we will be doing a flow chart where we have to find the sum of two numbers. Clear? As I have already told you, students, whenever you want to draw a flow chart, you have to start any of your flow chart with the help of the start box. You can take the oval shape also, or you can take your rounded rectangle also. So here I am using the start box in order to start my flow chart. Clear? Now, this is the start box. I have begin my flow chart. Then, next what I have to do is I have to connect my flowchart symbol with the next flowchart symbol. So, I am drawing a flow line. Clear? Now, question is to find the sum of two numbers. See here, no numbers are given to you. You can take numbers yourself also, or in place of numbers, you can take your variables also. Clear? You can take numbers from your side also, or you can take the variables also. Whenever we are taking any input, we have two statements that we can use. Before it, but which symbol we will use here? I want to take input. I will make the use of a parallelogram. This is the shape of the parallelogram which is to be used in the flowchart. The lines should be inward, like this. Clear? Now, I was telling you whenever we want to take input, we use two terms, read or input. Read or input. Now, whenever we are taking two numbers, let's say 30, 70. You can take A or B also. If you are, this is the first one, put comma before the second one, A, B. Clear? A and B. If you are using the numbers, read 30, 70. Anything you can use. Is it clear? You have to put comma in between the two variables. You can write separately also, like read A. In the next flowchart symbol using the parallelogram, you can write read B also. Clear? This is also the correct way. Read A, B. Am I clear? Now, next again I have to connect the flowchart symbol. Again, what I will do, I will connect it. Now, what I have to do is, I have taken two variables. Now I have to store these variables. I will use these two variables for the calculation work. Clear? Now what I have to do is, since I have to do I have taken two variables, I have to do now calculation work. So for calculation work, what I require is, I require the process box, which is represented with the help of your rectangle. So now in this statement, I have to perform the calculation. C equals to A plus B, since I am finding the sum of the two numbers. C equals to A plus B. Now listen one thing. If you have used numbers over here, like read 30, 70, and in the process box you are writing C equals to A plus B, it will be considered wrong. You have to take only those variables or only the numbers which you have defined in the previous statement. Am I clear? Now in this box, I have done the calculation, rectangle box, that is my process box. I have done the calculation. What I have to do is, next, again connect the flowchart symbol. See, this is the flowchart symbol which I will be connecting with the help of the flow line. Now what I have to do is, I have to display my output. I have to display my output. So again, I make the use of the parallelogram. Now, I have to display my output. For displaying your output or your answer, what you have to do is, you have to use the output box represented with the help of the parallelogram. For output statements, we use two terms, display or print. Display or print. What I have to print? C. My answer is stored in C variable. So I have written display C. Is it clear? Clear everyone? This is display C, which is the output statement. Am I clear? Next thing, if you do not write, if you simply write C over here, or you simply write A, comma B, you do not write these words read or display, your marks will be deducted. You have to use read or input word, read, input. If you are using the input statement, you have to use display or print word. Display or print word in case of your output statement. Am I clear? Now, again, I have to connect my flowchart symbol. This is very important to connect the flowchart symbol with the help of the flow lines. If you will not connect the flowchart symbol, it will be of no use. Now see students, I have calculated the sum. I have displayed its answer. My flowchart is over. Now what I will do, I will make the use of I want to end my flowchart. So for that purpose, again, I will make the use of the start stop box. But here, this is the end of the flowchart. So I will write here stop. There only stop is to be written. No end word is to be written at the last of your flowchart. Clear? Begin the flowchart with the start box. End the flowchart with the stop box. Whenever we have to use the input statements, make the use of the parallelogram. In case of parallelogram, when you are using the input statements, we have to write read or input word. Put comma after the variables or the numbers that you are taking as input. No need to put semicolon over here like this. No symbols are required. Clear? C equals to A plus B, as we are having the calculations over in this statement. Display, in case of the output box, you have, when you are displaying the output, you will use two terms, display or print. And at the last, stop your flowchart with the help of the stop box. Am I clear? So this is the way we can draw any of your flowchart. Clear, students?